Good afternoon. It's December 12th, 2022, and we just had an uptrend today. I thought I would have a lot of stuff to analyze, but I came in here towards the end of the day and just there's really just not a lot. On my chart, there's not a lot of good setups. So we'll take a look at them, but the way I saw it, I just don't think there's a whole lot, not a whole lot for you to be taking. So I do think you'd be looking for these two measured moves, which you get, but then you get another move up. But we'll take a look at this. So in the overnight, we get these, I would say, looks like two legs up. Then we get this break and this sideways stuff. Towards the open, I don't see an entry here, really. I mean, this is a second entry, and then it doesn't trigger until here, but you're below the EMA. We come over here, and we're making lower highs. And we come down here, and we hit the measured move of this range, which is also at the closing price from yesterday or Friday or whatever. And then we make a higher low, and then we make a higher low again. So that's a failure. And with a big bullish bar like that, I mean, you're at least going to test that midline and that opening price, which makes it sound a little aggressive. But I think this is a good move. No. All right, so we make this failure up here, and we come up and we have resistance at these highs. I don't see anything to go long or short on here. And you get all these dojis. It's just so much overlap and congestion. I don't think you want to take any. And then you get this leg down. And you get a second entry that's also, it looks like a break and a move to a new low. And you got all this room back to the EMA. So, I mean, that's a risky one, but it's one you might want to take. You might consider. So then same thing as over here. We just come up to the highs, find some resistance, and we just go sideways. And then we get a bounce, but this isn't confirmation of the channel yet. So you get this strong move up. So I mean, if you're reading it right, you know, maybe you take this failure. I'm not going to mark it because you're going into a lot of support. Or I mean resistance. But then we come up here, you get an overshoot, break, some sideways, breakout to the low side. We test these lows, go lower, and you get a second entry. So you might take that, and you might be looking, you know, to test this level again. And there's plenty of room to that. So, and you can see it goes a little higher. So plenty of people like that. So we get a potential trend line here. You get a higher low, matching low, then it goes higher. But I just think all these dojis, you got to sit. And we come over here, you get a break of this channel. If it's a channel, I mean, it looks like it is a channel. You get a break, and you get a double test, but the signal bar isn't good. It's below the EMA. It's pretty neutral to bearish. And we come up here, and you get a first entry, failed second entry, and it doesn't trigger until here. So this is a hidden second entry long, but it's also a failure. So, and you know, you could argue there's a trend working up here. So, you know, this is green, but this is one you might want to take for a scalp. We come up here, we go back below the EMA, and that's why you got to be careful, is because the EMA is not holding prices at this point. We still aren't really short, and we just hit this measured move. So we don't know what's happening really. We don't know, are we going to sell off or not? But we get a bounce right there. And you get a higher low, and then you get another higher low. And this again, this is kind of a repeat of this. We get this failure here, but it doesn't, I mean, you could go long on that engulfing bar, but I just don't like engulfing bars yet. So it doesn't tick higher until right here. You could take that. Because we just get confirmation of the trend channel right here. But you can see then they trapped a bunch of people, and this is just one leg going down. They trapped a bunch of people coming in too early. It goes sideways, or the longs are just loading up and the shorts are slowly losing. And you get this double test here, no signal bar, unfortunately, and it just takes off from there. And I don't see a way to answer this. And you get a break, and 1, 2 legs up to a new high, and that's at the end of the day, and we close pretty much on our high. So anyway, we get the break. Here's this leg up. You can see there's 2 legs within it. Then we get 2 legs of correction and a double test. But you don't get a signal bar. This is your signal bar right here. So if you want to take that higher low, you might do that. But it looks like, problem is, if this is a range, you'd be going into, yeah, like a midline. So, and that probably is the midline. And that's why prices closed on their high right here. So another risky one, just a lot of risky entries, or aggressive, I should say, entries, at least the way I'm seeing it. We'll see how Max sees it and talks about it. But anyway, I'm done. I'll have a good day. You have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.